Welcome to DEMOCREPUBLIX, where we cover the real news that matter to we the people. Maher chides Democrats. We're now the ones who suck the fun out of everything. And I would agree. It seems like everything that flipped again. Now the progressives are no longer progressives, they're authoritarians. The liberals are no longer liberals. The Overton window has shifted. It's so weird the way politics is right now. And I remember the Democratic Party used to be for free speech. I used to be a Democrat years ago. I think about a year into Obama's first presidency is when I started to become more libertarian, and I was like, man, the Democrat Party have left me. They're for open borders. They're for war. Everything that I always been against, it seemed like the Democrats are now for. Now they become the establishment, and I think Bill Maher is starting to pick up on that. His last few shows have been actually chastising the left. So let's listen into what he has to say.
And finally, new rule: Republicans can't spend decades chastising liberals for being too permissive about sex and drugs and then be completely silent about Matt Gaetz. I don't know if you've been following the whole Matt Gaetz saga, but he's the Republican congressman from Florida who always looks like he's saying, "Eat it, nerd," and who has been embroiled in a sex and drug scandal the last 2 months. Here's CNN on a night out with Matt Gaetz. The partygoers, at times dressed in formal wear from a political event they just left, mingled and shared drugs like cocaine and ecstasy. Some had sex. Okay, wild hotel suite parties, that's our thing. Democrats are the party of free love and fun and forgetting where you parked your car. Republicans cannot be the conservative, stick up your ass party and then take our drugs and fuck our women. Nope. American government works best like a mullet. Republicans do business in the front, Democrats party in the back. JFK used to have nude pool parties in the White House. Now the politician who comes closest to carrying on that legacy is Matt Gaetz. No. And he's not the only one. Former House Speaker and a guy who loved his liquor, John Boehner, now sells pot for a living.
This is part of the hypocrisy that I talk about all the time. John Boehner, when he was in government, he was always against marijuana, and then as soon as he retires from government, he become one of the biggest advocates. It's one of the biggest slaps in the face I've ever seen. Well, let's continue.
My old job. Marjorie Taylor Greene is reportedly into polyamorous tantric sex. And Ashley Babbitt, the MAGA warrior who died storming the Capitol, turns out to have been in a throuple with her husband and another woman. And don't get me started on this guy. Even their spiritual advisors are freaks. Jerry Falwell Jr. apparently likes to relax after a hard day at Bible college by watching the pool boy.
This just goes to show that, like I mentioned earlier, the Overton window has been shifting, and a lot of people that used to be Democrats are disenfranchised and became Republicans or conservatives, even though a lot of the principles that they're espousing is not really conservative, especially with all this sex stuff. It's hard to tell me that these people are conservatives, but it seems like the party left them and maybe they became conservatives. Well, let's continue on.
Do the misses. I know Republicans are lazy and they love outsourcing, but come on. And here he is on a yacht, proudly posing with a friend with their pants unzipped. That's some friend. This is a long way from when his father made a national issue that one of the Teletubbies was purple, so duh, gay. What happened? Republicans always sounded like this.
Now, because Politico did an expose on his lap dance with the naked lady in a strip club, he's not the kind of person you can ask your sister to vote for anymore.
Naked lady, lap dance, sister. That's the Republican Party I know. So uptight they could grind diamonds in their ass. While liberals used our asses the way God intended, to smuggle drugs. You could always count on Republicans to be the fuddy-duddies, the wet blankets, the bores. They were the moral majority, the book of virtues. Nixon started the war on drugs. And this lady never stopped spitting her catchphrase about it.
Whatever happened to the real conservatives? Conservatism is being lost. Churches is being taken over by the LGBTQ agenda. It's like I keep stating, the Overton window. It's shifted so far that now a lot of so-called conservatives are not really conservative in most sense. Like Donald Trump, I don't really believe Donald Trump is conservative. He has a few conservative policies, but I think he's more a center, a tad bit right as far as really conservative, like most Republicans.
Just say no. 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 Just say no.
Her husband had a commission to root out pornography. If it was fun, Republicans were against it. They got apoplectic over Clinton getting a blowjob. They invented abstinence-only education. Mitt Romney has never seen himself naked. John Ashcroft, I'm not kidding, once covered the tits on a statue. Rick Santorum wears a sweater vest. Newt Gingrich once said, quote, Democrats were the party of total hedonism, total exhibitionism, total bizarreness, total weirdness. Well, on a good night, I suppose.
Okay, I'm gonna stop this video right here, but I want you guys to let me know what you think. You think the Overton window have shifted and people that call themselves conservatives are not really conservatives? And let me know what you think about the Democrats being anti-everything now. It seems like everything is starting to switch, especially with liberals and progressives are now becoming the elite. And it was a study of sorts that came out from the IRS about a week or two ago that showed that now the Democrats are no longer the party of the poor. More rich millionaires and billionaires are Democrats than they are Republicans. So they can no longer call themselves the party of the poor because they have most of the billionaires and millionaires. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and check out DEMOCREPUBLIX for the latest in news. I'm pushing out these articles. I put out like 4, 5, 6 articles a week. So please check out DEMOCREPUBLIX.com. Hit that donate button on my website and donate if you like the news. I'll post more videos as more news come out. I'll try to put out like 2 or 3 more videos a week now. I'm gonna really start hitting this hard. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Until next time.